Hey, it's Robbie here with Southern Web Service, talking about lead generation for your company. You see, lead generation is an important aspect of content marketing. Without lead generation, you're basically just publishing and promoting content, hoping that people are gonna buy or sign up for your products. While this sometimes happens in real life, that is, some people will buy things on the spot, the truth is the majority won't. You need to have a lead capture system in place so that you can continue reminding your target audience that your brand exists. You can get in touch with them later on to share your news and updates and to persuade them to move down your content marketing funnel. So number one, you need a content marketing funnel. Before I discuss the top 5 lead generation methods, let me share with you first what a content marketing funnel is and why it's important in the overall scheme of your content marketing strategy. Generally, a content marketing funnel has 3 broad levels. Level number 1 is awareness stage. This is when your target audience first becomes aware of your brand. They become your leads. Number 2 is the evaluation stage. This is where your lead evaluates whether your product or service is good for them or not. At this point, your lead turns into a prospect. Then you have the purchase stage. This is when your prospect decides to subscribe to your service or product. Your prospect finally becomes a customer. When you plan out your content marketing strategy, your end goal is basically to put your brand in front of people who have no idea who you are and turn them into customers. Sounds like a pretty tall order, right? That's because it really is, but it's very doable. Content marketing is basically a numbers game. You want to get your brand in front of as many people as possible, belonging to your audience, of course. This is because only a small percentage of your leads will turn into prospects, and even a smaller number of prospects will turn into customers. So here are the top techniques you can apply to help you generate leads right now. Offer lead magnets. Lead magnets are one of the best ways to get people to sign up for your mailing list. You'll often hear this mentioned in the online marketing community. The money is in the list. Many successful marketers stand by this saying. So if you want people to subscribe to your list, you're going to have to learn how to use lead magnets. Now, technically, lead magnets are bribes. This is because you are basically bribing people to give up their contact details, such as an email address or phone numbers, in exchange for your lead magnet. You can, of course, just put a sign on your website asking people to enter their name and email address or any other info you want. However, people are going to ask why I should give you my details or what's in it for me. When you offer people a bribe, they can't resist. Something so valuable and so useful to them, they're going to be so much more willing to give up their contact information. They'll tell themselves, I really need this ebook or this guide. The information is really useful. I can't believe they're only asking for my email address in exchange for this life-changing information. Do you see what happened there? People are more easily convinced to follow your call to action if you give them what they want. There are many kinds of lead magnets you can use, and the most common ones you see on the internet are downloadable ebooks, reports, white papers, checklists, etc. You'll also see brand offering email courses and video courses in exchange for people's email addresses. To find out what the best lead magnet is for your brand, you may need to do some split testing. The important note is that the best lead magnets answers people's pain points. Ideally, It shouldn't be something they can easily Google the answer to. Go all out on your lead magnets. Make it valuable and rewarding enough so that your audience will feel like they really have no choice but to give up their contact details. Another way you can generate leads is through blogging. Blogging is a popular way of getting new people to learn about your brand and your business. You're essentially publishing your content on someone else's website. This is called guest blogging. You get instant exposure to highly targeted traffic, and you're able to immediately expand your network, basically widening your content marketing funnel. Now, guest blogging may sound easy, but there's a ton of work that happens behind the scenes. For instance, not all your target sites may accept guest posts. You would need to look for sites that are highly relevant to your own industry. You need to have a good track record too. This means you're not going to get accepted as a guest blogger if no one knows who you are. So you need to have published some valuable blog posts on your own site or others to even make other webmasters consider your request. You can easily point them out on your portfolio. From there, they can see for themselves if you got what it takes to contribute to their website. When pitching your request to webmasters, you need to do your own research. You should check if they have content guidelines. You also need to know what kind of content their audience likes. Think of yourself as someone who regularly writes for that site and cares for their audience. Getting your request approved is the hardest part. You're probably not going to hear back from most of the websites you reach out to, but once you get over that hump and you start working on your content, that's where the real fun begins. Some sites have strict editorial guidelines you need to follow. For instance, you can only use one link all throughout the post, or that it needs to have a certain number of words, or you can only link to your site via the author box. You need to take all these into consideration and figure out how you can write your content in such a way that people will be curious enough to want to know more about you. This will make people want to head on over to your website and become a part of your community. Another way you can do it is through targeting long tail keywords. One of the foundations of a successful content marketing strategy is blogging. And when it comes to blogging, the longer and more valuable the content, the better it will be for your content's SEO. When your content is SEO optimized, which simply means search engine optimized, then you've got better chances of ranking high in the search engines. It's important to mention that keywords aren't created equal. There are short keywords and long keywords. Short keywords are 1 to 2 words in length, while long keywords have 3 or more words. As you can imagine, there are tons of competition for short tail keywords. Normally, the sites that appear on the first page of Google search results are well-established sites with hundreds or thousands of other sites linking to them. How do you think you can dethrone these authority sites when you've only been around for a few months or a few years and you've only got a few backlinks to your site? This is where long tail keywords come in. When you target long tail keywords, you essentially are going after keywords with lower search volumes, but with far less competition too. This means you have better chances of ranking on the first page of Google and your target audience finding their way to your website. When choosing which long tail keywords to target, you need to consider the intent behind each keyword. There are 3 basic types of intent searches. Navigational keywords, these are searches for a particular brand or website. Informational keywords, these are searches for a specific type of information, not necessarily commercial in nature. Then you have transactional keywords. These are searches where people aim to carry out some type of transaction. They're looking to purchase something online. The most profitable types of keywords are, of course, transactional keywords. These are the keywords with commercial or buying intent behind them. Ideally, you want to target these type of keywords because these are the people who are ready to make a buying decision. But not everyone's waiting for the opportunity to buy or spend money on some random product online. Rather, the vast majority of searches are those which are informational in nature. For your content marketing strategy, you're gonna target both informational and transactional long tail keywords. This is the best way to get the most number of search traffic entering your marketing funnel and becoming your leads. Another way you can do this is through customer-centric landing pages. And the ultimate tool for lead generation is called a landing page. It's basically a single page which the main purpose is to get visitors' email address or other contact details or to get them to buy something. Lead magnets and landing pages work great together. Your landing page would have a lead form where people can enter their name, email address, etc. Once they enter their details, they get access to the promised lead magnet. It's all very simple and straightforward in nature, but if you want your landing page to have good conversion rates, then you need to follow these tips. It should have a killer call to action. Don't just use generic call to action buttons like submit, subscribe. It's not 2012 anymore. If you want to convince people to sign up for your mailing list, then you need to make it highly persuasive. You can even use lead magnets top benefits as your landing page call to action. Don't be afraid to experiment. See what works best for your audience. Another thing you could do is tell your leads exactly what they're going to get. Your landing page is your this is it moment. List down the reasons why they can't pass up on this lead. Tell them how it will benefit them, how it will change their lives or improve their business. Use powerful and persuasive words to convince people to click your call to action. Use more than just text on your landing page. Text is powerful, but sometimes you need a visual medium to help sway people over to your side. If you can add a short personal video to your landing page, do it. It will make it easier for people to relate to you, and you'll seem a lot more human. Design matters also. If you don't give your landing page a design that is appealing, then you could be wasting your time. A badly designed landing page can turn off visitors quickly, so make sure your landing page is visually appealing. Only then will people actually read through your landing page copy and see if it's something that's right for them. My next tip is to leverage the power of video. There's a reason why YouTube is the world's biggest website. It's because video is far easier to consume than text, and you don't even need to invest thousands of dollars in high-end professional grade video equipment. With just your smartphone camera, you can start filming yourself and making your brand known to the world. There are so many places you can leverage the power of video. To get started, upload your videos to YouTube. Then you can insert your video link in your blog post or on your landing pages. You can also link it to your social media properties. When you upload to YouTube, just make sure you add links to your website or your landing pages on the video's description. You can also add captions to the video itself to encourage people to visit your website. The great thing about video is you can easily get creative with it. There are many places online where you can embed and share your videos, but the most important one is your website. This means there are plenty of opportunities for people to know more about you and your business. In conclusion, lead generation should be at the forefront of your content marketing strategy. If you don't have a system in place to capture leads, you could be wasting your entire content marketing campaign. With the tips that I've outlined here, you'll be much closer to achieving the success you've always dreamed of. Hey, it's Robbie Cornelius with Southern Web Service and the owner of Web Asset Group, always encouraging you to master yourself and master the web. Feel free to contact us if you need help with your email marketing or your content marketing strategy, and we will be more than happy to help you experience the success that you deserve.